Welcome to This Explainer. If you're gearing up to launch a business in the great state of Michigan, you are exactly where you need to be. Today, we're zeroing in on something that's absolutely foundational, yet honestly, surprisingly misunderstood. We're talking about finding, searching, and actually securing a unique and legally available business name. Getting this right from day one, it's how you protect your brand, build a unified online presence, and, most importantly, shield your personal assets.
So let's just dive right into it because the stakes here are incredibly high. Could your chosen business name actually trigger a lawsuit? Well, the short answer is absolutely yes. Operating under a name that's unregistered, unsearched, or just improperly used can literally strip away your personal liability protections. You might think you're safe behind the shield of an LLC or a corporation, but honestly, a simple naming mistake can shatter that shield completely.
And this case brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. In the Michigan case of Detroit Pure Milk Company v. Patterson, a business owner signed a contract using a slightly modified version of their registered company name. They essentially just dropped the official corporate designator like Inc. or LLC from the signature, and they didn't have a registered assumed name or DBA on file. Well, the court ruled that because they used an unregistered variation, they were acting outside the corporation. The result? The agent was held personally liable for the company's contract. Yep. One missing word on a signature block meant their personal bank account was suddenly on the line. Crazy, right?
To make sure you never find yourself in that position, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. Why your name matters, 2. Meeting Michigan's LARA registry, 3. A step-by-step search guide, 4. Analyzing your search results, 5. Securing your business name, and 6. Next steps and legal advice.
Number 1. Why your name matters.
Look, before you spend a single dime on marketing or a fancy storefront sign, you've got to establish a legally sound foundation. Securing a unique name isn't just about clever marketing. It's literally about building a defensive wall around your startup. A thoroughly searched name prevents federal trademark lawsuits, it shields those personal assets we just talked about, establishes a brand identity that won't confuse your customers, and ensures you're immediately compliant with Michigan state law.
Number 2. Meet Michigan's LARA registry. To get that legal compliance, you have to go through the state's official gatekeepers. Enter LARA, which stands for the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs. They're the ultimate authority, holding the records for over 1.5 million entities in the state. Now, while some states use the Secretary of State for business registrations, here in Michigan, it's LARA's Corporations Division. This is the exact database where you absolutely must verify and file your official business name. But, what if you want to operate under a different name than your legal one? That's where a DBA, or an assumed name, comes into play. It means doing business as. Let's say your legal name is Devin Roberts, but you're a sole proprietor who wants to do business as DJ Sasquatch. Or maybe you registered Mom Life Apparel LLC, but you just want your storefront sign to say Mom Life Apparel. To do this legally, and again, maintain that liability protection, Michigan law requires you to file a DBA certificate.
Number 3. Step-by-step search guide.
Now that we know who holds the keys, let's walk through exactly how to use LARA's system. It's quick, it's completely free, and it honestly just takes 4 easy steps. First, go online to the newly updated My Business Registry portal run by LARA. Second, choose your search type. For this, you'll want to search by name. Third, type in the business name you're hoping to use. You literally only need to type 2 characters to get it started. And fourth, just hit search.
But don't just stop at a basic search. You really need to leverage those advanced search filters. The name availability filter is specifically designed to check for legal conflicts under Michigan law. I also highly recommend using the contains or starts with filters. Why? Because this helps you catch close variations. If you only search your exact spelling, you might totally miss a business with a slightly different spelling that could still cause LARA to reject your application.
Number 4. Analyzing your search results.
Okay, so you've hit search, and LARA has spit a bunch of data back at you. How do you actually read it? Well, when a name pops up in your search, look immediately at its status. If a business is active and in good standing, that means they are in full compliance with the state, and they hold the exclusive right to use that name in Michigan. You cannot use it. End of story. However, if the status says not good standing or inactive, it means that business failed to file their annual statements or pay their fees. If they stay inactive, they face administrative dissolution and lose their name protection, which means that name might actually be available for you to claim. When analyzing this availability, you really have to understand Michigan's strict naming rules. The golden rule here is that your name must be distinguishable upon the record. Basically, it needs a totally different sequence of letters or numbers. Things like punctuation, spacing, and corporate designators do not count. So, for example, changing Ann Amber Travel to Ann Amber Travel LLC is not distinguishable. Lara will absolutely reject it. Also, you can't imply a misleading purpose. Federal acronyms like FBI are strictly prohibited by federal law, and words like bank or government require prior approval from specific regulatory authorities.
Now pay close attention, because this is probably the most crucial point in the entire process: understanding the difference between state and federal approval. Clearing the LARA database only means your name is available within Michigan's borders. It grants absolutely zero federal trademark protection. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, or USPTO, handles federal trademarks. If you register a name with LARA, but someone in another state already holds the federal trademark for that name in your industry, they can legally force you to cease operations. A clear LARA search does not stop a federally trademarked business from suing you for infringement. You've been warned.
Number 5. Securing your business name. Once you've navigated all those hurdles and confirmed your name is truly unique, here are your final execution steps. First, confirm availability on both the LARA Miss Business Registry and the USPTO federal database. Second, immediately secure your matching website domain. You want a unified online presence, and trust me, it is incredibly frustrating to register a business legally only to find out the .com is already taken. Third, file your formation paperwork. For LLCs and corporations, you'll file directly with LARA. But a quick pro tip for sole proprietors: if you're filing a DBA, you actually file that paperwork at the local county clerk level, like the St. Joseph County Clerk, for instance, not with LARA.
Now, what if you have the perfect name, but you aren't quite ready to launch yet? Well, LARA does offer name reservations. You can reserve an entity name prior to formation, and technically, you can renew it indefinitely by paying a fee for each renewal period. But honestly, unless you have a highly unusual name that you are absolutely terrified of losing, this might just be a waste of your money. If you're ready to start, just file your official formation paperwork right away and get it over with.
Number 6. Next steps and legal advice.
Getting your name right is the bedrock of your business. But please remember, state registration with Michigan LARA does not guarantee you trademark rights. This explainer is here to educate you on the official processes and the data available. So before you drop a bunch of money on massive branding investments, storefront signs, or inventory, it is highly recommended that you consult with a legal professional or a business advisor to ensure all your state and federal legal requirements are fully met. Better safe than sorry.
Which leaves us with this final question: is your chosen business name a rock-solid foundation, or is it a liability just waiting to happen? Taking just a few minutes to thoroughly search the LRA registry, check that federal trademark database, and properly file your DBAs can literally save you from lost assets, rejected applications, and absolute legal nightmares. So, empower yourself with this knowledge, head over to the Michigan Business Registry, and start building your Michigan business safely today.